A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haq liyuzhirahu 'ala dini wa kafa billahi syahida, amma ba'du. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Honorable to lecture Miss Anita Priyanjana. Hopefully today you are always in good health. Today, let's thanks to God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because His mercy and blessing until we can live into this world. Salawat and salam, let's send to our Prophet and Messenger, he is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, my name is Aditya Yuriangga. I'm from class ACKMI IP 19. For this moment, allow me please to answer the final term examination of Microeconomics 2. Hopefully, I will answer the exam with good explanation and correctly. Okay, now we are going to the question. Okay, for the first, I will read the questions. The question is elaborate the prisoner's dilemma and how it is applied in an oligopolistic competition market. So, the first question is asked about the prisoner's dilemma. The first question, prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma. As we know, prisoner's dilemma is a paradox in decision analysis in which two individuals acting in their own self-interest do not produce the optimal outcome. So, the meaning of prisoner's dilemma is a paradox in decision analysis in which two individuals acting in their own self-interest do not produce the optimal outcome. This is the definition of the prisoner's dilemma. So the example is in the game. There are two members of a criminal gang are arrested and imprisoned. Each prisoner is in solitary confinement with no means of speaking to or exchanging message with the other. So the police offer each prisoner's a bargain. So the example of prisoner's dilemma is the example in the game there are two members of a criminal gang are arrested and imprisoned. So each prisoner is in solitary confinement. with no means of speaking, to or exchanging, to or exchanging message with the other. So the police over each prisoner a bargain. From the above statement, we can conclude the payoff matrix. So the payoff matrix can be drawn as follows. There are the members of a criminal gang. So the first prisoner is the prisoner A, the prisoner A, and the prisoner B. The first is cooperate. The second is betray. I will draw the box. So, as we know, if prisoner A and prisoner B both confess in the crime, each of them will serve 2 years in prison. If both of them confess, each of them will serve 2 years in prison. 2 years. If both of them betray, 2 years. Okay, I will read. If prisoner A and prisoner B both confess to the crime, each of them will serve 2 years in prison. 2 years in prison. So, statement 2, second statement is, if prisoner A confesses but B denies the crime but the prisoner B denies the crime, A will be set free. So, while B will serve 3 years in prisons. And vice versa. If prisoner B confesses but prisoner A denies the crime, B will be set free, and while A will serve 2 years in prisons. It's 0 and 3. This is 3 and 0. So, if A confesses but B denies the crime, A will be set free. While B will serve 2 years in prison. years in prison, and vice versa. So the third statement is if both A and B deny the crime, both of them will only serve 1 year in prisons. If both of them cooperate, uh, they will only serve 1 year in prison. If both A and B deny the crime, both of them will only serve 1 year in prison. So from the statement both we can conclude, but we can take the conclusion. The conclusion is Nash equilibrium. The Nash equilibrium is C and C, or cooperate both of them, or convince of that both of them. Is CC is the Nash equilibrium. Nash equilibrium is occurs when the condition of the strategies are all the best results. We can say that similarly to the prisoner's dilemma scenario, competition is difficult to maintain in oligopoly because cooperation is not in the best interest of the individual players. However, the collective outcome would be improved if firms cooperated in were thus able to maintain low production, high prices, and monopoly profits. So I will read similarly to the prisoner's dilemma scenario. Cooperation is difficult to maintain in an oligopoly. Because cooperation is not in the best interest of the individual players. However, the collective outcome would be improved if firms cooperated. And were thus able to thus able to maintain low production high prices and monopoly profits. So the example so the example of prisoner's dilemma in oligopoly market is regarding about the competition between soda drink, the quotation soda drink between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So the example of prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma in oligopoly market is the competition soda drink between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So Coca-Cola and Pepsi compete in an oligopoly and thus are highly competitive against one another. Considering the similarity of their products in the soda drink industry, any price deviation one part of one competitor is seen as an act of non-conformity or betrayal of an established status quo. I read Coca-Cola and Pepsi compete in an oligopoly and thus are highly competitive against one another. Considering the similarity of their products in the soda drink industry. Any price deviation on part of one competitor is seen as an act non-conformity or betrayal of an established status quo. So, in such a scenario, there are a number of plausible reactions and outcomes. If Coca-Cola reduces the price, Pepsi may follow to ensure they do not lose market share. In this situation, the fraction results in a loss-loss, which is to say that due to the initial price reduction by Coca-Cola, but companies likely see reduced profit margins. So in such scenario, there are a number of plausible reactions and outcomes. If Coca-Cola reduced their prices, Pepsi may follow to ensure Pepsi may follow to ensure they do not lose market share. So in this situation, defection results in a loss. Defection results in a loss. Which is to say that due to the initial price reduction by Coca-Cola, both companies likely see reduced profit margins. Okay, this is the answer of the first question. So the second questions is find maximum profit from the following conditions. Okay, the first is A. FC 400, VC 40Q plus 0.5 Q square. So TR is 520 Q minus 3.5 Q square. Now TC or total cost. The formula of total cost is fixed cost plus variable cost. So 400 plus 40Q plus 0.5 Q square. So the TR or total revenue 520 Q minus 3.5 Q square. So the TR minus TC. So TR 520 Q minus 3.5 Q square minus TC. TC is 400 plus 40Q plus 0.5 Q square. So the result is 520Q minus 3.5 0.5q square minus 400 minus 40q and minus 0.5q square. So the result is the q, we made for the q, 520q minus 40q. The result is 480q. So minus 3.5q square with minus 0.5q square, the result is minus 4q square and minus 400. This is the result of P value of profit. 480q minus 4q square minus 400. So the derivative P equal to 0. So 480q, the derivative is 480. So minus 4q square, 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, become 8, and q equal to 0. So 480 minus 8q, we move to the right side, become plus 8q. So 480 divided by 8 equal to q. 480 divided 8, the result is 60, equal to q. The result is q is 60. So the maximum profit, the maximum P is 480q minus 4q square minus 400. So the result is 480 multiplied by 60 and 4 multiplied by 60 square minus 400. So 480 multiplied by 60, the result is 28,800. And 4 multiplied by 60 square, the result is 14,000 and 400 minus 400. The result is 14,000. Okay, we have finished the A equation. So the B is FC 500 and VC is 2Q plus 0.5Q square. So P is 50 minus Q. No. So the formula, the first is TC. We search TC value. TC value is, the result is, the formula is fixed cost plus variable cost. Fixed cost 500 plus variable cost to Q plus 0.5 Q square. So to search the TR, the formula of TR is P multiplied Q. So P is 50 minus Q multiplied by Q. So the result is 50q minus q squared. So we move to the formula of TR minus TC. The formula, so TR is 50q minus q squared minus TC. This is 500 plus 2q plus 0.5q squared. So the result is 50q minus q squared minus 500 minus 2q minus 0.5q squared. So the result is 50q minus 2q is 48q. So minus q squared with minus 0.5 q squared, the result is 1.5 q squared and 500. So the result P result is 48q minus 1.5 q squared minus 500. So the derivative P equal to 0. Derivative 48q is 48. So minus become 3q equal to 0. So 48 equal to 0. Equal to 3q minus 3q. We move to the next set, become positive 3q. So 48 divided 3, this is q equal to q. 48 divided 3, the result is 16. So equal to q, this is q is 16. So the maximum profit is 48 q minus 1.5 q squared minus 500. So 48 q is 16 minus 1.5 multiplied 16 square minus 500. So 48 multiplied by 16 is 768 minus 1.5 multiplied 16 square, the result is 384 minus 500, the result is minus 116. So for this equation is TC 100 plus q square and q 80 minus 2p. Now the formula of TC is TC total cost 100 plus q square and q we set the P value from the Q equal to 80 minus 2P. So Q we move to the right side, and 2 minus 2P we move to the left side, become plus 2P, and 80 minus Q. So P 80 minus Q divided 2. So P 80 divided 2 become 40, and 1 divided 2 is become minus 0.5 Q. So after we find the P value, we can search the total revenue TR with the formula P multiplied Q. P is 40 minus 0.5 Q multiplied Q, 40 Q minus 0.5 Q squared. So we can find TR minus TC. TR is 40Q minus 0.5 Q squared minus TC 40 TC is 100 plus Q squared. So the result is 40Q minus 0.5 Q squared minus 100 minus Q squared. So the result 40Q, nothing is 40Q, we move to the down Q, and minus 0.5 Q squared with minus Q squared, is the result is minus 0.5 Q squared minus 100. So the P result is 40Q minus 1.5 Q squared minus 100. So we can find the P derivative P equal to 0. 40Q come 40 minus 1.5 multiplied by 2, 3Q equal to 0. 4 equal to minus 3Q, we move to the right side, become 3Q plus TQ. So 40 divided 3 equal to Q. 40 divided 3, the result is 13.3 Q 13.3. So the maximum profit is 40Q minus 1.5 Q squared minus 100. 40 multiply 13.3 minus 1.5 multiply 13.3 square minus 100. So 40 multiplied by 13.3, the result is the result is 166.7. So we are going to the D equation. The equation is fixed cost. Fixed cost is FC. FC is 4 and VC is 1.5 per unit. The mean is 1.5 Q. So the Q. So the Q 5 minus 0.5p. Now TC, total cost formula is FC plus PC 4 plus 1.5Q. So Q equal to 5 minus 0.5p. So minus 0.5p, we move to the left side, become plus 0.5p, 5 minus Q. So P, we divide it with 0.5, 5 minus Q divided 0.5. The P is 10, 5 divided 0.5, 10, and 1Q divided with 0.5 means the Q. So we can search the TR with the formula P multiplied by Q. So 10 minus 2Q multiplied Q. The result is 10Q minus 2Q squared. So TR minus TC, TR is 10Q minus 2Q squared, and TC 4 plus 1.5Q. So the result is 10Q minus 2Q squared minus 4 minus 1.5Q minus 1.5Q. So the result is 10Q minus 1.5Q. The result is 8.5Q with minus 2Q squared minus 4. So the P is 8.5Q minus 2Q squared minus 4. So the derivative P equal to 0. 8.5Q derivative is 8.5 minus 4Q equal to 0. 8.5 equal to 4Q. So 8.5 divided by 4 equal to Q. So 8.5 divided 4 is 2.125 equal to Q. So the Q is 2.125. So the maximum profit is 8.5Q minus 2Q squared minus 4. The result is 8.5 multiplied by 2.125 minus 2 multiplied by 2.125 squared minus 4. 8.5 multiplied by 2.125, the result is 18.10 minus 2 multiplied by 2.125 squared. The result is 9.03, and 4 minus 4. The result is 5.07. Okay, we have finished the second questions. Now we move to the last question. The last question is asked about the give example for the following terms: positive externality, B, a negative externality, and C, public goods. Okay, the three question A asking about positive externality. Externality. As we know, positive externality, it is our economic activities that cause a positive impact on third parties. That impact can occur during the production, distribution, or consumption stage of a product or a service. The means of positive externalities are economic activities that cause a positive impact on third parties. That's impact can occur during the production, and this production, distribution, vision, or consumption or stage of a product or service. So positive externalities can also be seen from two sides. Positive externalities can also be seen from two sides. The first is production. The second is consumption. So the example of positive externalities is like bee farm, that which causes pollinations of nearby plants, causes pollination. Of nearby plants. This from production positive externalities. So the second is transportation. Transportation is the construction of transportation networks. The construction of transportation networks such as toll roads, so ports or airports will increase economic activity in the vicinity because it increase accessibility such as toll roads, ports, so or airports will increase economic activity in the vicinity because 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 it increases accessibility accessibility this from the production positive externalities externalities. So the example third is uh, keeping the beauty of the house. Keeping the beauty of the house is someone who maintains the beauty of the house and the surrounding environment can cause land prices in the area to increase. Someone who maintains the beauty of the beauty of the house and the surrounding environment can cause land prices in the area to increase in the area to increase. This from production this from consumption positive externalities. So the fourth example is from the consumption positive externalities is buying products with the networks. Buying the products with the networks. So the more people buy products with networks, such as smartphones or computers, or computers, the more useful these products are. This is from consumption positive externalities. So the B question is asking about the negative externalities. Negative externalities is economic activities that cause negative impact on third parties. This impact can occur during the production, distribution, or consumption stage of a product. Negative externalities are economic activities that cause negative impacts on third parties. This impact can occur during the production, so distribution or consumption stage of product. So the negative externalities are divided into two sides. Namely, the first is production, the second is consumption. So the example of negative externalities is like air pollution. Air pollution means caused by the production and distribution of goods, distributions of goods. Goods can cause damage to plants and buildings. buildings, as well as cause respiratory and skin diseases. Diseases for the surrounding population. This from production Russian negative externalities. So second example is smoker. Smokers can cause smokers can cause respiratory problems for dust around them because of the smoke. Because of the smoke, in addition, the smokers produced can also reduce the comfort of others. The comfort of others. So this from consumption negative externalities. And the last is about noise production. Noise pollution. Because people listen to music at night. Clubbing or karaoke can cause comfort disturbances for local residents. This is the example from consumption negative externalities. So the last is asking about the public's good. Public goods are good that when you are use them, do not make them available to others, and neither can you prevent others from using and benefiting from them. So, public goods are good that when you use them do not make them available to available to others, and neither can you prevent others from using and benefiting fitting from them. So the main characteristics of public goods divided with two. So the main characteristics of public goods are goods. The first is non-rivality. Non-rivality. The mean is consumption of these goods by one individual will not reduce the amount of goods available for consumption by other individuals. So the second is non-excludable. The means that everyone has the right to enjoy the benefits of the goods. So the example of public goods. So the example of public goods. The first is national defense and security. The government provides, and the government provides protection to all citizens. Provides protection protection to all citizens. To all citizens. If citizens. So the second, clean air. Clean air is available everywhere. Clean air is available everywhere. We and our neighbors both enjoy it. We and all people can enjoy it. So the third is street lights. Is both motorists and local resident, both motorists and local residents benefit from the street lights. From the street lights. The street lights. Resident may be required to purchase and provide this lamps likewise car or motorcycle riders who pass through the route can enjoy it without having to pay a fee. Okay, this is the last answer of the last answer of 3 questions. So maybe until enough here my answer of final term examination of microeconomics 2. I'm sorry for any mistaken. And the last, I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.